everyone. So today's video is going to be all about my February favorites. I feel like I haven't filmed in forever. I feel like I was so busy in January, I forgot about my January favorites, and then by the time I realized it was kind of too late. So this is going to be a couple things I've been loving in January and all the things I've been loving in February. Where was I going to go with it? So there's two things in here that I mentioned in a video I filmed called My Current Drugstore Favorites, which should be going up a little bit after this video goes up. It's just all about the things I've been loving in the drugstore only up to date. So some new things, some old things, some tried and true things, some go-to, some repurchases, stuff like that. So definitely be on the lookout for that. And then I think I'm going to start jumping into some spring kind of lighter gold tutorials, if you will. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump into my February favorites. Let me know down below all the things you've been loving in February. I am looking to shop soon, so any recommendations on any new products, anything that has just totally won you over, let me know down below. Don't forget to follow me on all my social media to stay up to date of when I'm filming videos or just to stay connected with me. I do some swatches and stuff like that on my Snapchat a lot, so go ahead and follow me on there if you want to be pals. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into my February favorites, and I will try my best to restrain these hands. I feel like they're on coffee and I'm not. So let's jump into it. Okay, so the first product I want to talk about is a contour palette, and it is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Contouring Palette Contour. What did I say? Contouring Palette Contour. Anyway, so I have mine in the color Caramel Toffee, I believe. So these are definitely warm, and I will say the yellow one, there are days where I can use it and there are days where I feel too pale and it's not going to mesh with me. But the contour shade is kind of on the warm side, but it does still give you a nice contour. I've been mixing it with my Kat Von D Shade and Light shades, so I'll go in with this one and then I'll fade it up with the ashier tones, which is how I feel like it is the best to be used. I've also used this as a light bronzer all over my skin, all over my face, just because I feel it is warm enough for me to do that. And with the undertones in my skin, I feel like it meshes well. These are super soft, super pigmented. They are a tad dusty, but the color payoff is great, so I don't mind that one bit. So when you do start to use this, make sure you go in light-handed and kind of test the waters to see how it's going to mesh with your skin tone. Don't go in heavy because you think it's not as pigmented. Trust me, it is. Do a light swipe and then go ahead and blend it out from there. You can build it up if you want to, do whatever you want to do, however you do your contour. But I do highly recommend these. I think this was like $6 and I got mine at Target. So this is pretty much what they look like. Super nice. Like I said, super buttery to the touch and very, very pigmented. So this is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Contour Palette in Caramel Toffee. I think there's one or two other shades, but this is just what I felt like would go with my skin tone. So the next product I want to talk about is the NYX Strobe of Genius, and this is a freaking stroke of genius when they created this. I am just head over freaking heels. This is the only highlighter I've been wearing for like the past month and a half since I've had it. I flippin' love all the colors in here. This one, I'm going to say I am wearing a little bit of it today, mixed in with this champagne-y shade right here. This yellow one though, when I get like a really good solid tan, it's going to be on and poppin', and I cannot wait to just be so freaking tan, sitting by the pool somewhere, just bathing in this stuff. I really, really think this is a well-rounded palette. It's going to be great for I think it's going to be great for a wide range of skin tones just because of all the colors they have. There's something light, there's something cool, there's something brightening, there's something warm. Really, really nice, well-rounded palette, super pigmented. I will say a couple of shades I only like when I spray them with MAC Fix Plus. They're still going to show up on your skin if you don't wet them, but I some shades I do like to look a little bit more metallic, so that's just my personal preference. However, there is no lack of pigmentation, there is no lack of highlight. You will feel highlighted whether you wet it or not. That is just my personal preference. So this one is super brightening, and I feel like I've been loving this one for the inner corner of the eyes. Using this in the inner corner has just given me a look like I'm a little bit more awake, a little bit more youthful on the days. I'm just spitting everywhere. This has just given me a feel like a little bit more youthful around the eyes when I'm not wearing a lot of makeup, and it just helps brighten the inner corner of my eyes and just make me look a lot more awake, a little bit more doe-eyed, and like I got a full night's rest. These two right here mixed together are a dream come true. This is definitely a lighter champagne shade, and this one is a more warm tone champagne shade. Both in the same kind of color family, I guess you could say. Really great mix together, and I think that's probably my favorite thing is that I will dip my brush into like 2 or 3 of these depending on what kind of highlight I want to go for, and it is that great where they all mesh really well. They're all very complementary, and let me just give you like a tiny swatch of what kind of vibe they got going on here. So I will say the lavender one isn't as shimmery, but it is still very brightening and still will give you a nice soft glow. So that is what I really love about that. I just really love that this is a palette that is available to everyone. You don't have to order online. It isn't $40. It's 18 bucks, which is still not bad. If you buy it at Ulta, you can use the coupon, which is great. But I think you will get a ton of use out of this. Totally worth the money, and I am so excited that NYX came out with this because it is like the answer to my highlighting prayers. You get 3 large highlighters, 4 smaller highlighters, colors to play with, highlighting colors to experiment with if you haven't tried anything from any lavender or yellow highlighters. So I would highly recommend this. This is the NYX Strobe of Genius palette. So the next product I want to talk about is a blush, and it is by City Color. It is a matte blush. I believe it is called Blackberry. I will go ahead and find out for sure down below and leave it linked to the City Color site. I got this when I bought a set at like Ross like a long time ago. It had a blush, I think 2 lipsticks and 2 lip liners. I wasn't the biggest fan of the lip liners, I will say that. The lipsticks were nice, a little too creamy or shiny for my taste, but the lipsticks were really nice and comfortable. Anyway, I really love this color a lot. It's kind of like a dusty lavenderish pink. I don't know how to explain it. It just screams springtime. It gives you a nice soft color, and it really makes it look like you got those youthful like flushed cheeks. I'm all about youthful lately apparently. It just gives you a nice youthful flush of color to your cheeks is what I'm looking for. During the week when I'm going for lighter makeup, or just more natural complementary to my face makeup, I will gravitate towards baby pinks and like light lavender colors just because I think they're a lot softer when I'm not wearing a lot of eye makeup or when I'm not wearing false eyelashes or anything like that. So that is the color there. It's gonna give you more of a purplish shade, I guess you could say. My face is a lot lighter than my hands, obviously, but it is such a gorgeous color, so spring appropriate, and I cannot wait to get more use out of this in the spring. So I really like the pigmentation on these. You can go in pretty intensely if that's what you're about. You can go in super light and just get a wash of color, which for the most part, that is what I like to do. I don't like to draw a lot of attention to the apples of my cheeks just because that's not my style of doing blush, but I do like to have a nice wash of color that just makes me look like I'm a little bit flushed naturally versus wearing a blush, if that makes any sense. So I would highly recommend this if you're looking for some blush colors, new blushes to try. I really like the City Color ones. They are great and blend out well and just really good quality and affordable. So this is the City Color B Matte Blush, and I believe it is in Blackberry. So the next 2 things I want to talk about are brushes, and this is the Morphe M527, and can I say I've been like dying to try this brush. I found a mall that's like 2 hours from here, which is still far from me, that sold Morphe products, so I made the trip with my best friend and I got this brush and a couple other brushes. But this brush has been on the radar for me just because I see a lot of people using it for bronzer, and it looks like it just applies bronzer the right way, the right amount, and it just always looks so soft. It is super soft. It just looks like a wider kind of paddle brush. When I saw this on a couple videos of YouTubers that I personally trust as far as opinions go, I knew I had to have it, and as soon as I started using it, I freaking love it. I feel like it'll give you I feel like you can do a very soft contour, but I feel like it also applies bronzer in the right area. Like the bristles aren't gonna fan out so much to where you're dragging it down, and it's not gonna go all the way up to where it's like, hey, meeting the corner of your eye. It is so soft, gets in all the right areas, picks up the right amount of product, and I really, really love it. And it is the Morphe M527. So the next brush I want to talk about is another Morphe brush, and it is the M513. It is just a kind of like teardrop tapered type of brush. It comes to a taper up here, and there are a couple bristles that are kind of long at the tip. I really love this for the crease and just going in with, I like this to go in with less product, so I don't go in with a bigger, I'll go in with a bigger brush if I kind of want it to go high up on the crease. This really just allows you to control where you're going to place the product, and it really allows you to just lightly put it in the crease and kind of carve it out a little bit. I love it for more natural makeup days because it's not going to pick up a ton of product, and it's going to blend out nicely, and it does it rather quickly. And I really prefer natural hair brushes more when I do blending in the crease. I don't know why, that's just my personal preference. But I really love this. It's such a gorgeous brush. I use it non-stop, and it is the M513. So the next product I want to talk about is a face product. I'm not sure if I've mentioned this in a favorites video before. I feel like I haven't. But anyway, it is the Botanics Iconic Clay Mask Shine Away. So lately I've been oily, like really oily, and I don't know why. I'm glad that my skin isn't so dry or anything. I still have my dry problematic areas, but I'm not flaking all over the place like I usually am. It's mostly just around my nose and then sometimes around my mouth, which is where I'm more prone to broke out, and that's probably hormonal. So I've been loving this. I will concentrate this mostly where I'm oily, which is this area right here, this like baloney size forehead right here, and then around the cheeks I've been getting oily as well. So I will concentrate it heavily on there. To make sure I'm concentrating this product wherever I am oily, I make sure to put it on with a brush like this. That way I'm not getting it all over my hands and kind of messily applying product. Helps me save on not wasting product so it doesn't dry out on my hand, because it does kind of start to dry pretty quickly. And I will just concentrate it here, and then the rest of my face I'll either do a moisturizing mask or just leave it bare depending on what problems I'm having with my face at the moment. But I do like this. I've heard online that it is a dupe for Glam Glow. I don't own Glam Glow. I've never tried it. But I like this a lot. The only thing I will say is that it's kind of taken on a weird smell. It's a little hard to bear at times. It just smells weird. Like, it does not smell good. In the beginning, that didn't happen. No, it is not expired, so that can't be it. But it does smell a little weird after time. Maybe I just got a bad batch or something. Other than that, it really does work. It doesn't dry out your skin harshly, but it will kind of pull out the oils, which is great. I don't feel like I get super oily after. Like some masks I feel like kind of dry your skin out so much that your skin is kind of like overproducing oil after that, and it just kind of works against you rather than with you. I don't have that problem with this, maybe because it isn't like a super crazy like oil pulling mask. Maybe that's why, but I think it gives me the right amount of cleanliness as far as cleaning any oils away. And I find that my skin kind of settles a lot better as the weeks go by after I've used this, and I feel like it kind of balances out the oiliness of my skin that I've been dealing with lately. So I got this at Target. I don't know how much it was. I know it wasn't $60 or however much the Glam Glow mask is. So super affordable if you are looking for something to help with some oil control, which I'm sure I'll be needing this a lot more during the summertime. I definitely recommend this. This is the Botanics Iconic Clay Mask Shine Away. It's kind of one of those hardening masks, just an FYI. So the way I remove it is I will dampen a washcloth in like warm water and then just kind of wipe it away. I don't like to go in and rub it super hard just because I feel like it's going to tug at my skin or something. I don't know, maybe that's just a mental thing for me, but I would rather just wipe it away. I think that's how it's instructed for you to take it off anyway, but that's the easiest way to take it off, less messy, and it's not going to get all over the place. So the next skincare product I want to talk about is the Olay Regenerating Night Recovery Moisturizer. So this is smells so freaking good. This is a very thick night cream, and it is supposed to help kind of soften out wrinkles and fine lines and everything. everything. So I washed my face like a couple weeks ago. I was washing my face and I realized that I was out of my Organics or something. I realized I was out of my Nitamins, which is like my holy grail night cream. I just really love it. It's been great for me. My skin feels really moisturized and all that good stuff. This has actually given me like the same feel. With the Nitamins, your skin, how do I explain it? It's a thick, rich it's such a thick night cream that you kind of wake up feeling a little plump. Like your skin is getting everything it needs. I feel the same with this, and I feel like under my eyes, they don't look as like crinkly or haggard or anything like that. Like it feels like things are just kind of a little bit more plumped in the morning. In the morning when I'm washing my face, I feel like the lotion is still kind of there. Like it's not wet or anything, but there's a layer of moisture there, which is super great. I don't like to wake up feeling oily, and that's not what you're gonna get with this. And I definitely don't like to wake up feeling dry. So I really like this. It has been helping soften up any areas around my eyes. I feel like I've been having like less trouble with powders or anything kind of settling in all the fine lines. So this is the Olay Regenerating Recovery Night Cream. Check it out. So switching back to makeup, because I forgot these two guys. So lately for eye makeup, I've been into kind of pinky, purpley, like light pastel colors as well as like a light warmer color. I just feel like it's been softening the look of my makeup lately, and during the week I don't really tend to wear a ton of makeup. I will wear foundation and mascara and blush and all that stuff, but for my eyes I don't really want to sit there and kind of do like a whole look if I'm just gonna go to work or if I have errands to run for the day. So what I've been doing is pretty much just throwing Cupcake in my crease and kind of blending it out. It's been giving me the look like I have something there, but it's more like my skin is naturally pastel-y colored, if that makes sense. Like it's just making me look alive. It's such a soft, like dusty, like pink color, and when it blends out with my skin, it almost gets mauve-y, if you will. Why a lot of pinks or purples tend to go mauve for me in the mauve family. But I really like that. It's not warm and it's not cool. It's just a super nice wash of pink. And for me, I feel like that's a complementary color. I like the way that I look in like softer colors. I feel like it's a little bit younger and fresh-faced, especially during the week when I'm not gonna go ham on the makeup. So I highly recommend this. It's such a gorgeous color, and you can build it up or just leave it light as it is, but it's definitely a unique and versatile color. So this is Makeup Geek Cupcake. And another eyeshadow I've been really gravitating to is Burnt Orange by Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is a matte color. I haven't been gravitating towards a lot of the darker, richer browns just because I just haven't. I've been into light eyeshadow, bright lipstick, and lashes lately. But I really love this when I kind of lightly line my lash line with black eyeliner, and I will kind of smudge it out with this color just to make it look like I got a little something going on. For me, I feel like this is almost like a camely orange color. It's definitely warm, but it's so freaking gorgeous, and it isn't too much. It isn't gonna be like a brightening orange, and it isn't gonna be like a rich brown. I feel like it's somewhere in between, but it still makes you look like you got something going on and like you actually tried when you did your makeup. And of course, all of the Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadows are pigmented, buttery, they blend like a dream, and just the best quality. Her single eyeshadows, I believe, on her website are 4 for $40, which is 10 bucks a piece, which is good because they're usually $12 a piece. I think they are worth every penny. So this is Anastasia Beverly Hills Burnt Orange. Okay, so moving on to some lashes I've been digging. So these are the KOKO Lashes Diva. Yes, I've used them. That's why one of them is looking sad down here. I feel like these are such a gorgeous, girly, fluttery lash. And I really feel that these are the baby sister of Queen Bees, which are like in your face, like you mean business when you're wearing these lashes. Like you came to slay the scene with these lashes. But when you're like just gonna do like a mini slay, you're gonna want Divas. They're so gorgeous. They give you the right amount of flare and flutter and all the shit you want to happen when you're wearing eyelashes, false eyelashes. They don't give you the super dramatics of Queen Bees. I mean, it just depends how dramatic you want to be that day. But I really love these. KOKO Lashes is super affordable. I think these were like $6 or $7, and I got them when I went to go get my Morphe brushes. So it was such a treat to find out that they had KOKO Lashes too, because I usually have to order them online and the Queen Bees are always sold out. So Divas are bomb. I would highly recommend this if you aren't ready for the length of the Queen Bees. Definitely try the Divas out. The style is pretty much the exact same, except the length is not to your brows. Just depends where you want to go with it that day. Give these a shot. These are KOKO Lashes Diva. And then the last product I want to talk about is a fragrance. I am a ride or die for the Miss Dior Sherry perfume. I've gone through several bottles of it, and for Valentine's Day, my husband got me the Miss Dior Blooming Bouquet. When I saw Blooming Bouquet and I saw that it was kind of notes, like floral notes, I was like, I don't think I like to smell like rose petals. I personally don't even like to receive roses. I'm more of like a tulips or daisies or something like that. But when I smelled it in store, I was absolutely obsessed. And I think he saw that I was running low on my other regular Miss Dior, and he got me this. Now, what I like about the Dior perfumes, the Miss Dior Sherry or whatever the hell they're called, I feel like it gives you a mature scent without being too mature. Like, it's not going to give you the Chanel mature, which is great, and I think those smell pretty nice as well. But it's gonna give you like a, I'm young, I'm mature, but I'm still young, if that makes sense. Like, makes you feel older without smelling older is the only way I'm gonna be able to explain it. For me, this really is a nice soft scent, and it lasts all day. And I feel like when I put it on my wrist and I catch a whiff of it like throughout the day, whether I'm doing something or messing with my hair or anything, it's so soft and girly and feminine. And I feel like if you are someone who doesn't like super strong scents or super rich scents like the Chanel ones, this will probably be for you. It's gonna give you the long-lasting scent of like the high-end perfume that it is, but it's not going to give you that super strong, like musky, overbearing smell. And especially if you're a woman whose spouse or whoever and especially if you're a woman whose significant other doesn't like strong perfumes, which I know a lot of people's boyfriends or girlfriends don't like strong smelling perfumes, it's going to be great because it's so soft and so feminine. They're going to forget that they hated perfumes in the first place. I really recommend it if you're trying to look for, if you're looking for a new fragrance or want something softer for the springtime or summer, anything like that. Definitely give it a try. This is the Miss Dior Blooming Bouquet. So that concludes my February favorites. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I am working on pushing out more content for you. I will have a current drugstore favorites coming out, and then I think I'm going to dive into some spring looks after that, and then possibly a collective haul, which I am collecting products for currently. Let me know down below, like I said, what you're loving in February. I am going shopping this week, so I need some suggestions on what to get, what is amazing, what is just slaying your life at the moment. Let me know down below. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Snapchat and Twitter. I want to be friends with all of my subscribers, and yeah, let's connect. I mean, that's why we're all here on YouTube, right? That's why you're watching my video. Let's connect. Let's be pals. So also let me know if you have any suggestions on videos you would like to see as well. I feel like I need to do a get to know me because I've been on here long enough to where you guys need to know my life, I guess. I mean, if you're interested, let me know if that's something you would want me to do. I think I'm gonna do it. Just let me know. I think that's it. I think I'm getting super chatty. Hopefully some of my favorites are something you want to try, and if you do, hit me up on Instagram, on Twitter, and let me know that you're feeling it. Send me a snap, whatever you want to do. So yeah, February favorites is done. Thank you for sticking around. Don't forget to subscribe, give it a thumbs up on your way out, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!